Hello artists, today we're going to talk about lines. Lines are used by artists to make creations. Sometimes we make shapes with them. So, first we're going to practice using our fingers. You can draw in the air if you'd like, and then you're going to draw on paper. So I'm going to trace my finger over this one. This is a pointy line that goes up and down. It's called a zigzag line. Can you say zigzag? Great. Zig, zag, zig, zag, zig, zag, zig, zag, zig, zag, zig, zag, zig, zag. Great. Now there's another line that goes up and down, but it's not pointy. It's called a wavy line. Can you draw with your finger in the air a wavy line and say wavy? Great. Now this next one looks like the top of a castle, so we call it a castle top. This one's a little tricky, so if you want to try it, try along with me. Go up, across, down, across. 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 Great job. Now our next line, you may recognize a straight line. Let's say straight, straight. Now this one's a straight line going horizontal across. Remember, we learned straight lines can go vertical up and down, or even diagonal, slanted, diagonal. Okay, so moving on, we have another line that's straight, but it's not all connected. We call that a broken line. It's little short lines that can, well, they're not connected, but together make a line. You might see them when you're driving in your car with your grown-up. You see it on the road, the little road lines. That's a broken line. This next one is a bumpy line. I want you to try this with me. Bump, 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 bump. Great. This next one is another line that's separated, but it's not like a broken line. It's little dots, so we call it a dotted line. Dot, 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 dot. And then we're moving down to the next one is a spiral. It starts off as a little round that gets bigger and bigger. Spiral. Can you say spiral? I always think these lines remind me of like a lollipop. Great. And the last one we're going to talk about today is a loop-de-loop or loopy line. I think of a roller coaster with this one. Can you try this? Great. All right, now we're going to try drawing those. You're going to need a piece of art paper. You're going to need a crayon. I like to use a black crayon so that it really is drawn nice and dark, so that when I color, the colors will stand out. So I'm going to hold my paper the tall way in the vertical direction, not sideways. Vertical, we call that portrait way. And I'm going to start by drawing that zigzag. So I'm going to take my crayon, I'm going to go near the top and go zig, zag, zig, zag, zig, zag, all the way across my paper. I'm done. Now, the next one we see is that wavy line, the one that goes up and down, but it's not pointy. Wavy line. Great. Now we'll move on to the castle top. So I'm going to start. You can go along with me if you'd like. Up, across, down, across. 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 Up, across. Great. Now we're moving on to a straight line is next. I'm going to do a straight horizontal line. Great. Now I'm going to do broken line next. Across the paper. Now we're going to move on to that bumpy line. Bump, 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 bump. And then we have the dotted line. Now if you need to pause this video because I'm talking too fast, you can always pause it and draw your lines. Take your time, okay? Then we have that spiral line. Spiral, spiral. And then the last we have the loopy line. So I'm going to go up and around, up and around. And then when I'm done, I gotta find somewhere to sign my name. So I think there's a good space right here. I will sign my name at the top. Okay. Now we're ready to color. Okay. So I'm going to pick a color. I'm going to take this purple crayon, and I want to color everything above the zigzag with the purple. And remember, we don't want to go fast because then we leave a lot of white space and it looks scribbly. I can fix that though if I pinch my crayon and just color the whole space across, taking your time, staying above that line. Look, I'm getting close to that zigzag. Stop. If I go over here, getting close, stop. Okay, stop. So you can remind yourself when you get close to the line to stop. I'm kind of covering my name. That's okay though. Stop. Now, I'm going to switch colors. We don't want to use the same color in this row. Maybe I'll take this light orange color. And I'm going to color from the top of the zigzag to the wavy line. And you say stop when you get close. Right, stop right there. I don't want to go past that line, and you keep doing that. Okay? Now I'm not going to color the whole thing because I want you artists working. Oh no, my crayon, my black crayon's starting to get a little bit into the orange. So if I just wipe it off with my fingers, good to go. See? Good as new. Okay, you're going to take your time. You're going to color the whole paper. When you're done, it might look something like this. This always reminds me of, like, I imagine if I had a magic carpet that I could travel around in, what would it look like? And this reminds me of like a little magic carpet. So artists, here's your lines. Practice saying them, practice drawing them. Oh, and one more thing. Make sure when you are done, you put all your supplies away and you clean up your space. If you've got some crayons on the table, wipe it away. Make sure you clean up. That's what artists do when they're done. Okay, and here are your lines. See you soon.